Thank you and welcome to Good for Nothing Meditation. I hope you are going to join. I thank you very kindly, very much. Hope that you can hear me as well. And I believe I'm going to do some meditation with a beautiful, beautiful cousin of mine. And yeah, and I look forward to everybody who could join in. Hey, Cuzzo.
Hey Kai, how's it going?
It's going beautiful. Great
Gonna
to
be
be here with
awesome.
you.
Same here over here in San Jose. Just joining for a quick meditation.
Yeah, yeah, or maybe a not so quick one.
Not so quick, yeah, for sure.
A long, drawn out, painful meditation.
Well appreciated.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're here. Yeah, so I'm set up a little differently. I'm going to see how it goes. This might be my first attempt to do some meditation with headphones on. Have you set up your kind of space to be nice and comfortable?
I am actually I'll be sitting on a couch.
Beautiful. Do you feel like you have like enough support in your back in the places that you're going to need support for sitting for still for a little bit?
Yes I do.
Okay. I mean, it's good to try to I usually start this off by taking some time to kind of let whoever might be joining me to get comfortable, kind of find their comfort area. Sometimes I surround myself with items that I appreciate around me, like candles and
You don't have any
stones
candles
and
or lighting. I don't really have any candles or lighting. I'm
hey, but
at my where I live, but there's no lighting right now. I just have my phone and I'm sitting here at a table.
I'll tell you what, if you're in a dark room, even better.
Awesome.
Kind
Yep.
of what I'm going to do to start the relaxation is I'm going to light some various objects, and I am going to start with the camphor stick. You could take some time to visualize the cleansing of the space around you, to purifying your own essence, and just beginning to get comfortable and feel relaxed. How's the sound coming through for you?
Sounds really excellent. I can hear it clearly.
Okay, cool.
Sounds really good.
I'm gonna some cedar. So it is must be quite a joy to be sleeping in a home with a bed.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah, man.
definitely beats the back of the car.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Back of the
that's
car was a little old.
that's rugged. That's living rugged for sure.
Now I have a bed, a table, a couch, a sink, a little kitchen. It's
I'm so
much
glad to hear
better.
that. So for whoever may be joining us, it's a great time to light some incense if you like. Light some candles. Turn off the lights if you can. I would love to be able to, or I would love to just do this in the dark. Maybe next time I'll do that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but with the camera, I guess I wouldn't need the camera on. I could just turn that off. That's what I'll do next time. I'll do very low lighting. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, and they're like gym wear.
Yes.
I can still see you. I can still see your hand movement. Your body is just a little bit darker.
You don't see the chili drips on my shirt anymore, so that's a good thing.
I can see a little purple. Now it's turning blue, like light green, dark green, light in the back.
Now I'm lighting sage. It's definitely one of my favorite materials. And at this moment, let's just take a nice deep breath together. And we'll hold it in, and as we take that breath, just feel yourself, feel your body. Just give it a second to just be there. And let's do that on the count of 3. And go ahead, when you take that breath in, if you want to hold it for a little bit so you can take that time to really bring your attention to feel what you could feel. And let's do that on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that feels nice. Here I have some Palo Santo. Palo Santo brings into existence a very sweetness of life. The beauty of love, the beauty of family, the nature of giving, the nature of receiving. And let's take another breath together. And as you breathe in, allow the oxygen to penetrate deep into any spaces in your body that may have some tension. And when you breathe out, let go of anything that you choose to let go of. Whether it's judging yourself or judging someone else, or feelings of resentment, whatever it may be, let's take that deep breath, and when we release, let's go ahead and return to the universe any items that no longer serve us. Say thank you. I release these back to you. We'll take that breath on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Let's take another breath together. Take a nice deep breath in. And when you feel that it's time to release that breath, let out a sigh. And just allow more of that deep, stale, unnecessary energy to be released from the deepest parts of you. We'll take that breath on the count of 3. Again, when you release, let out a whatever type of sigh you feel is natural for you that will help you let go. We'll do that on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Easy, quiet. Quiet, busy.
Beezy doesn't want you to be stressed out, my cousin.
I know. Wondering who's around, who's looking in here.
All right, let's do that one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Just take 2 or 3 minutes to just sit and be and allow that breath to work its magic. Allow your breath to come and go naturally. And get in touch with that process and feel that as much as you can, the coming and the going of the breath.
Desde Cuyac viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias en remolinos hacia nuestras vidas. Desde Cuyac viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias en remolinos hacia nuestras vidas. De cantavalinas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Una estrellita que alegre me decía, canta cantorcito, y a la agüita madre cuya. Una estrellita que alegre me decía. Desde cuya viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias en remolinos hacia nuestras vidas. Desde cuya viene agüita serpenteando por las acequias en remolinos hacia nuestras vidas. De cantavalinas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Una estrellita que alegre me decía, canta cantorcito, y a la agüita madre cuya. De cantar balinas y a la vez llorando, toditas mis penas se acabaron. Pachamama está de fiesta. Pachamama está de fiesta.
How you feeling? You doing okay there?
Yeah, doing really good. Focusing on my breathing, and as I release my breath, I release my breath into unwanted servants or unneeded servants back to where they came from, the universe. And as good as they came to serve me, as good as I came to give them back.
God bless you, cousin.
You too.
God bless you. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play some Om chanting, and we could follow along with it.
All right, sounds good.
And so the sound is gonna be like so, and try to just sound it out after me. The first sound is ah. You got that? The second sound is oh.
Oh.
Then the third sound is mm.
Mm.
So
Oh.
oh. Now, sometimes this might take a little bit of getting used to. And do your best to, if you like have to take some breaths in between, that's fine. Try to align yourself with it as much as you can so we could kind of join together in this vibration.
Okay.
But don't get discouraged if it's like hard for you to maintain the breath, because sometimes it takes a little bit of a warm up. And when I recorded it, it was after like warming up for quite a while. So sometimes I have a hard time keeping up if I didn't like warm up for a while. So we'll give it our best.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Easy. Smokey, be quiet. Easy. Quiet.
You still with me, buddy?
Yes, I am. Feeling much better than before we had our meditation.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. It's it it's really instant gratification now, isn't it?
It's instant gratification. And that's something I don't ever do really, is focus on breathing and meditate. And then also the plus is because one of my, one of my favorite cousins, the person to be around. So it really is an all around win. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, I'm so happy that you suggested doing this. So thank you. I'm
You're
like, oh
welcome.
yeah, I've been waiting for
Oh,
somebody to make such a request. So
yeah.
we'll do one last short breathing exercise if you're up to it only.
Sure.
Okay,
Actually,
so yeah,
we have
go.
about 5% on my 5% on my phone. And
Okay.
if we have enough time, we're gonna be catching up tomorrow. It's totally up to you. I'm not sure if I have enough time actually on my phone. Sort of the battery's not charged as all as it should be.
No, it's up to you. You wanna ride it till the wheels fall off, or do you want to put pause on it and can to be continued?
Can you continue through tomorrow, the next day? Whenever you got another night to spend a few minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay, awesome. That'll work. Tomorrow or the next, whenever you have your next time, I'll text you tomorrow, and we'll do it again. I'll make sure my phone is 100%. Man, that was great, Kai. Thank you.
Hey, don't worry about the phone, man. It's gonna tell you what's next on the agenda
Okay,
or
that'll
anything
work.
else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. So thanks, Cuzzo. Man, that was cool.
that was cool. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. Love you very much.
Love you very
Appreciate you.
much. You're welcome.
And yeah, hit me up and we'll get together. We got the sumo streaming again too, so yeah, we'll have to try to figure out a way to do some sumo streaming.
Okay, sounds excellent.
All
Sounds
right,
excellent, my
cousin.
cousin. Thank
Love
you
you
very
very
much. Talk to
much.
you. Love you
Okay.
too.
Mwah. Talk to you later.
Later.
Hey, so if there's anybody who wants to join for a chat, for some breathing, for anything, I'm all for it. I just put a link in the Rumble chat, but don't feel pressured.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Slightly emotional this morning. Yeah,
Is everything okay as far as
everything is
family?
absolutely amazing. I practice understanding. I practice love. I practice gratefulness, and I think sometimes the symptomatic effects of this continual workout of this, especially first thing in the morning when I'm up before the sunrise, I just get a little tear in my eye. I feel a little bit emotional, uh, but it's almost an overriding joy, a few tears to just to say thank you to give me one last day on this planet.
God
Uh,
bless that.
I'm so aware we have all lost friends and family. Uh, People disappear in one day, and we never know when that day's coming to us. And I think it's really like an overwhelming sense of gratefulness that I've got a chance to see the trees again today, see the beautiful colour, and make these connections. It's a happy sadness.
Yeah, it's such an amazing feeling. You just really woke something up in me. Oh, wow. Just to feel it.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky.
The day the river rose and waters kissed her bay. I planted
Just gonna let
sacred
this song
seeds
play
within the
for a
weeds
second.
by the serpent's grace. The shells began to burst, the roots began to intertwine. Protected by the earth, new life is reaching to the Father's sky. I'm praying, grow, 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 Lord, those flowers of my soul, bathing in the rays of dawn, you're shining through me, corazón. Butterflies will flap their wings, dancing with eternity as you unfold your gentle leaves. Mantay ko na kaya kaya
Yes. Ah,
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
yes.
From tales of the
Ah.
east and mountain peaks, I heard their ancient names.
Ah,
There's flowers
Yes,
bloom
brother.
within, uncovering true wisdom and pure strength. They're teaching as you sow, so shall you reap. You choose the seeds that you let go, and choose the seeds you keep.
Thank you, planet. Thank you, planet. We're sorry. We love you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are sorry. Please forgive us. We love you. Thank you.
We're so sorry.
Man, thank you. Oh, you brought a tear to me, my brother. Thank
All
you,
part of
thank
the
you.
connection, my friend. Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
The strength,
Yes,
the
yes,
unbelievable
yes.
strength. That's like it's almost difficult to properly uh, describe from from a rock and roll old age hippie who's tried every sort of drug. This is layers of empowerment that integrates into strength and purpose. It's unbelievable to feel so emotive, so soft, like we could just be lifted up and taken away to now feeling so grounded, part of this earth, actually responsible to make action today, if not on the planet, to every single person you meet. You feel the vibration, you sense the requirement, and you give it back because you now have it in you. You have that strength, you have that discernment, you have that understanding. Yeah, man, I love
Yeah,
another day on this planet.
amen to that. It's such an amazing journey.
And coffee.
Coffee is nice. I'm drinking some. I think it's peppermint tea. I don't know if yeah, it's peppermint tea. And it is delicious, and it feels great. And it feels right for this time, and it was warm when I started. And now it's lukewarm, and it still is better than ever. Oh, and it feels great, man. It feels great to feel. It's, man, you just feel full. You feel complete. You feel whole.
Yes,
You feel like, or sometimes it feels like I'm just a shell. And at moments like what kind of transpired, I felt like that shell was completely full of meaning, completely full of feeling and experience and longing. And so
it
much
is.
love
It
for
is.
this existence, and so much love for the many blessings that this creation has given me. Not only the days of being on life, but the love that's been bestowed on me. I can't not be thankful enough. for being given so much love. So much love. So much love.
Yeah, man. I think it's absolutely unbelievable and amazing, yet so true. There's a human being on this planet yet that I have not met yet who loves me. And I'm like, in my mental process, what? What? And I could search and I could search and I could search this whole planet maybe for the rest of my life, and I found that person. And I touched them on the shoulder. And I was like, "Excuse me, are you that person that I never knew all my life that always loved me?"
Yep. Yep.
And it's
And then you
it's
find
not
out
that,
there's more and there's more.
but it's not even just that, brother, that we could maybe search for that love. The most important point, because we may not find that individual, but the most important point is love exists.
Love.
So how can we find something that exists? It exists. It's
We don't
not to
have
be
to.
found. It's there.
Yes.
You smudging? I'm going to smudge with you, man. Let's
Yes,
smudge together.
Smudge.
Let's do a worldwide, across the ocean, galactic, global smudge.
Yes, come on. Whoever's here,
Yep,
grab
that's it.
something to
Smudging time.
smudge.
That would be great if, like, on the
Officially.
33rd.
Officially smudging hour.
Exactly. Like we need to put everything down. Oh, smudge time.
I like
Global
that idea.
smudge.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
global
sold
smudge.
global
Yeah.
smudge. Ooh, we could do that.
Of course we could.
Let's do this. I'm gonna double smudge.
Oh, you get me a little bit jealous now.
Yeah, I need.
I like to focus. I like to focus my smudge. I don't like to spread my smudge out too much.
I'm a compulsive smudger.
Brother, I noticed the size of your smudge the other morning. I was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
morning smudge. That's morning smudge
And
if I ever seen it.
by the evening, it's burnt down to nothing.
Yeah, but in my mind, I was like,
It started
in my
impressive.
mind, sorry. Smudge away.
Ooh, I want to smudge in that feeling. And smudge in just being excessively thankful for that. Oh, the vibrations were hitting me. Moving through and out.
What are you smudging with at the moment?
At the moment, I'm smudging with, I have a small piece of Palo Santo,
Oh, wow.
and then I have some white sage.
Oh, well, I've got white satin and patchouli.
Ew, I don't even know what that is.
Brother, as soon as you smell patchouli, you'll know exactly what it is because you've smelled it before. You smelled it on that first hippie girl you ever seen that was so cool, or the first hippie couple. That definitely, when you seen the flowers, or you seen the way they were dressed, or just the flares on their trousers, and you dug them for them digging themselves, as choosing this lifestyle. The hippie girls through the 60s, 70s, 80s, for whatever reason, used a lot of patchouli. It's a beautiful perfume. It's a hippie smell. If you ever walked into a hippie environment and it just wasn't other sorts of smells, you would have picked up patchouli. And the extrasensory perception of definitely this smell part takes us to these places of memory, connection, and true path orientation, because we chose certain things in our life as we go through each decade as cornerstones. And smell is a massive part of memory recall. Parts of your psyche are all connected to smell. And yeah, smudge.
Smudging. I got some cedar as well. So I'm gonna have to,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to get acquainted with it's called the Peculiar? Peculiar?
Peculiar.
Peculiar?
Let me see if I can even properly spell it. It's the worst spelling person on the planet.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where besides the P, I wouldn't know where to go. I kind of have the same experience that we were talking about the other night with the stones as I do with the different smudging powers, where kind of get to know them. Cedar's been something I've been trying to get to know with maybe for the last 2 months or so, maybe since January. It's a bit more masculine. It kind of reminds me of grandfather.
That's what I love about all the smells. It's just instant memory recall.
Yeah, it is. And the Palo Santo is the sweetest smell. It's kind of, I would say it's my favorite. It's what I'm burning in my car most of the time.
Recognition. Conjugative. Connection. Recognition. When we identify a number, a shape, let's say a heart shape, or a sense of vibration of other people's emotions, when we recognize these things, these become our signs, whatever that number may be, a certain shape, a certain vibration that's being emitted by others. When we recognize these things, that's our baseline connection. Oh, I see hearts everywhere. The number, my favorite number, it comes up everywhere. I sense certain things from people always. When you get into that place of recog, the spiritual self is connecting to the physical plane. And this begins the path of transcending, while pinchy feely human feels light as a feather. But we must recognize, we must have the will and the energy to recognize. I don't know where that word came from. It was while you were just finishing shaking there and creating that vibration. Yeah, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I do not know what I'm saying.
Recognize.
Yeah. I can't find myself in Google search, so everything seems to be like a new seed, a different plant, and another way of description of a reason and purpose for growth, different layers of understanding.
I recognize the divinity in you, my friend.
But the last day on the planet for me, and you know what? And I've used that phrase now for almost 10 years. But guess what? One day I'll be correct. And I do totally believe everything else I maybe say could be debated, talked about. Let's get into the roots of everything, because I don't know if anything is correct. A lot of the words that I speak, one thing's for true. This will be the last day on the planet for me. And me recognizing this fact makes me, propels me, in whatever state I may wake up in, shows me the way, shows me the light. I recognize what I, as an individual connected to that vibration, must do today, and it's as much as I possibly can. So I've said to some of my friends that I purposely catch people's eye when I'm out at shopping, I'm in the town, I'm walking about. I purposely smile. I purposely catch their eye. I'll let them know that this person who you don't know, who's just caught your glancing eye, loves you. You're okay. You got this. And really that is that maybe flower in the forest. You're like, wow, look at the beauty, because this place is beautiful. And we can project that energy. Spread the love, man.
Pardon me.
Do it.
Yeah, it's beautiful to go out into the world and be seen and see people and open yourself up and talk to a stranger and share a story. Find out that just how beautiful people really are, just how interesting people find you, just how willing someone is to share their story, share their existence, how hungry they are to have a meaningful conversation. How willing they are to answer questions when you ask them about their life. How much wisdom people have. How much love they have. How much pain they've been through and suffering, loss, like you were saying earlier. This world is so beautiful, and I could long for it while I'm still in it.
Yes. That's swimming with your soul. Not you actually having a soul, it's you swimming with your soul. It dances with us most of our lives. It's in the distance, it's somewhere, it's a thing that will show itself. It's that thing that we're not sure what we want, but we already have it. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Ley lines. Hey, I've got something really important to tell you. Hey, lay it on me, man. You're ready for it. And it's that expression that when you're out, maybe in public, or you're driving somewhere, and every car that's passing you, every single car that's passing you in the opposite lane, have a great day. Love you, man. You got this.
Yes.
We know the power of communication. We understand science, that neurotransmitters fire an emittive energy source. It is quantifiable from our little part of our CPU, fires these electrons. They go up, out to join and gravitate with the other ions that are being emitted. There's a deep sense of lack of visceral connection. But without a doubt, I know that I can get through my day and all of a sudden I feel great. I didn't do that. Something else in the ether has confirmed something about my day, that you're going to be okay. You got this. You're loved. It ain't in chapter 33 because I don't think it will ever be written, this unseen connective force that we know exists but we can't touch. It's quantifiable but amounts to nothing.
Today was one of the really amazing energy levels and feeling of feeling to not have the need to attach to things, to latch on to things,
Yeah, man.
to really everything was saying just let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
You know that raging river. So the raging river, we stand at the banks of the raging river, the river that came from high up in the mountains. It's now gathered so much force from the mountain, taking so much rain and weather. And this river is flowing at such a pace And when we're looking at that river, we look into this dark and choppy water, and there's massive pieces of wood that are banging against each other and pulling at each other, and lots of debris flowing at such a pace down this river. This is humanity. This is the current and the flow that's being caused. But if you look very carefully and study this violent and abrasive power and force sweeping everything in its way, if you look very, very closely, you will see yourself. You will see yourself in this river. And how do I see myself in this raging torrent? I see myself as one single leaf. With all this amazing chaos surrounding me, caught up in this flow, I'm just floating and bobbing about as a single little leaf. And eventually, at times, when that river dissipates its corrosive energy and comes back to some sort of natural, meaningful flow, all the big bits of wood, all the massive bits of debris have sunk to the bottom of the river. They are gone. But on that smooth, beautiful flowing river now, what I can see is me. That little leaf is still just bobbing and floating, preparing for the next raging torrent.
And what an exciting time to be waiting for it.
Yeah, man. No time like any other, and it's an easy thing said because obviously that's a matter of fact. But now understanding of the accumulation of it all, history, spirituality, technology, this is the time. This isn't end times as eschatology has promoted.
This is freaking fun times.
This is it.
It ain't
This
end
is
times,
it.
it's fun times.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy it. There was I mentioned Joseph Campbell, I think at least twice in the last few days.
Yeah.
And he kind of explains things as like a magnificent opera in a way, and everybody's playing their part in a very meaningful and beautiful way. And he was talking about the way that we have come to think about going to battle and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And he, I think he was kind of trying to illustrate something from the Bhagavad Gita, where this story is about a very wise king or prince that is preparing to face off in battle against his cousins, and it's kind of a winner-take-all type of ordeal. And the cousins have the upper hand with the highest skilled warriors warrior gods, in fact. And he was blessed with the council of Godhead, as they call it,
Yeah.
Krishna, and Arjun. So the kind of the main character, comes to the conclusion towards the beginning of the story where he doesn't want to go to battle. He doesn't see the purpose in going to fight his cousins over kingship and this type of thing. And he expresses this to Krishna, whom very elegantly explains his duty his part in the greater scheme of things, and tells him to fear not the death of others, fear not the death of yourself, and urges him to uphold his duties as a warrior. That's very important part of the story.
Yes.
And Joseph Campbell was illustrating this, and I thought it was a way that stuck with me, where he was saying there was a saying with among some of the Irish, and I don't know if it's Irish that were in Ireland or Irish in America, but he said there was a saying, is this a personal fight or can anybody get involved? And it's just interesting because it's like it becomes not personal. It becomes something else.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a play.
It's following the path of many signs. Each one becomes not different levels, but transitional points. And on that continual pursuit of signs, sporadic signs coming to you to later confirmation of your own spiritual quest, there comes a point, I truly believe, in my experience, where everything becomes the sign. It's all a sign. And at that moment, you're no longer searching for path, you are the path.
There's a beautiful saying that my dad repeats to me quite a bit. And it goes, what do you do when Buddha gets in the way of your path? Yeah, you punch him in the face. You don't let anything obstruct your path.
Yeah, but what we actually begin to realize also is that the path that we actually physically, spiritually, and psychologically start building for ourselves come from the cornerstones that we have carried all our lives. It's those massive stones that we carry in our psyche bag that we take out one by one and place firmly into this earth, and we take one more firm step for us. Eventually, that bag's empty, and you have created a path for yourself. And it's really about turning back and illuminating for others and saying, look, there's path, there's understanding, there's purpose. Many things that in a certain time frame in your individual life we experience a lack of wanting to know, but yet feeling there's something unattainable, but we pursue that. That's where the little subtle signs, that's where the little synchronicities start to show themselves. And the miracle and the magic starts to appear. It's like, I don't know if you maybe can see my screen at the moment, but as you were talking, I noticed a cross in the sky, and it always reminds me of Scotland with the Scottish flag. But then I noticed another cross in the sky, and I put that down to the conversation that we're having, like there's two crosses in the sky. And then I started to notice there's an aeroplane flying straight through the middle of it. And that's our intention and purpose and outward communication being released. Intention is inside. It's a thing that we hope or expect to at one point release out into our action. It's intention to wash the windows, it's intention to reach out to more people, it's intention to heal myself. Once that has been completed on path, there is that thing that splits our reasoning. Thank you, planet. And I'm just telling you, planet, we got this. We got this. There's enough people that feel this around this planet.
Yes, there is. And there's more.
And I truly believe in a lot of the old stories, one person standing will be enough to shake the foundations of every single mountain. With the power invested through me, so to speak.
I feel the same way. I feel that the story is the same, my friend. The story is the same. And there's nothing to fear. And these things that we see as evil, these things that we see as ungodly, they are intensifying our connection to each other, to the earth, to the loving God. To the creative force. The ill will, the hatred, it's all being squeezed out of our manifestation. And it feels quite strange.
Try and find another word than strange. It feels quite...
It feels quite terrifying.
Maybe even
for some people.
Maybe even it's like we are infants. We are baby steps in spirituality. It's stepping out this bubble of reality created that lets you understand there very much is an onward going, older, manipulated energy of darkness on this planet, and when you step outside that, we're infants in light.
Yeah,
To
you
what
could
we
say
can
you can say it feels like a birthing process.
100%, it definitely is.
We haven't even
Every
got to the
single one of
crying
us.
stage yet. We may not have
Well,
got to the crying stage yet. And the spank on the bottom.
well, I don't know what shape's being created in the sky now.
So I've on the internet today, kind of chiming in on a few shows earlier. It seems like there have been a lot of these stripes in the air.
Yeah.
I got some stuff from the Netherlands. You're in the Netherlands, right?
Yes, I'm south of Holland. I'm a stone's throw away from Germany.
So we had some folks from the Netherlands and people from different Canada and the States, and there's a few people saying, "Oh, there's some chemtrails going on," and I kind of keep an eye out for them to see just what type of
Yeah.
activity is going on, and see if I could notice anything. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'm yay close to doing my regular thing. One
Well,
second.
I'm just going to mute out here and just get myself a fresh drink also.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
I'll be right back. Thank you.
Grandmother Moon, I bow to you. Grandmother Moon, I bow. Grandmother Moon, I bow to you. Grandmother Moon, I bow. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Grandmother Moon, I bow to you. Grandmother Moon, I bow. Grandmother Moon, I bow to you. Grandmother Moon, I bow. Om Cham Chandraya Namaha. 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 Om Cham Chandraya Namaha.
I just went and opened my living room curtain windows, and the other side of the sky, let's say, has even more lines this morning.
Oh, wow.
I've did my due diligence. Years ago, one of the rabbit holes I went down was to do with the geoengineering of what they've been putting into the sky for what now? Oh my God, 75 years.
Yes.
For all different reasons. It's transparent. Anybody can go and Google search this sort of stuff. A lot of times it's to do with atmospheric pressure and certain temperature conditions in the sky. Many times you will see this is when the weather is maybe changing to a warmer flow of air, where there's maybe a predicted warmer spell of weather coming. You will maybe see this a day or two before that weather arrives. But it's one of the things I've tried to stop myself from doing. When I first presented myself onto the internet, let's say my name was Stargazer, because any parties, any events, anytime there was any gatherings, where was I? Outside, staring up, looking out. I've always been fascinated with this outside thing. And I can remember someone saying, who came approached me, wondering my strange behaviour, standing out in the middle of a field where everybody was all partying inside. And I came out and said, "What are you looking at?" And for one of the times in my life, I really truly thought about what someone had just asked me. And for all the years that I had been doing this, my answer was, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was looking at. I knew I enjoyed looking at the sky, seeing shooting stars, picking out satellites. I did not know. I was involved in something very, very deeply that I didn't even know. It's a big part of my life, big part of who I was. This is what I did, and I didn't even know what I was looking at. And then I realised later, at a different stargazing event for me, what I was looking at. I was looking at my own reflection. When I now look out, even on this scarred sky this morning, this is me.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And this is us all, I truly know. I think I don't have many beliefs any longer. Beliefs personally, for me, are no good. Not going to understand there's bridges that can be built to knowing. And if I maybe have a belief that I can't find that strength to have the knowing, then I need to stay knowing. Consistently, continually throughout the last 15, 20 years of my life, I've had to look out for things of strength to keep me going psychologically, to keep me going physically, to keep me going spiritually. I've had to attain these strength points, these places where I can plug in to some sort of source. You become the gardener of your own destiny when you become the seed.
Yes. Whew.
Thank you, planet.
Hey, I see Just Be Art Fan dropped a hello.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I just had us in the studio.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. I'm sorry, I don't even have you. I always hate that if I've maybe left the volume on when I'm on someone's channel, so I take the channel away. Let me get you up.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, Just Be Art Fan? What's up, brother?
Much love, man.
You want to stop in and say hello? Oh, he's getting ready to go to
Hey,
sleep.
man.
It's like... You could come in and say goodnight.
Yeah. I was just thinking there when I was making myself some coffee. I'm so appreciative of how this has sort of like evolved and started to have a place in my existence, because I almost catch you guys at the absolute perfect time for me, which is like last thing at night, which is first thing in the morning for me. And
How cool is that?
when I'm sort of really like kicking my boots off for the evening, you guys are getting up. You guys are getting up, especially with your morning vibrations are absolutely amazing. And it's keeping me in touch with the full symbiotic flow of my full day when I'm experiencing my morning and the evening and my evening and morning. When I first tuned in this, I was sitting in here maybe for half an hour this morning, 30 minutes, listening to you guys going through your meditation and doing your dual chanting and stuff. I think you'd even mentioned if anybody wants to come in or if you don't want to come in. And I was like, you know what, do I? I actually asked, well, can I just sit here? This is great. You know, I do obviously love the communication, but it was just even just to be there, experiencing me gathering my energies and spirit for the morning, and you guys sort of like quantifying your full day and evening. Definitely a yin-yang-ish sort of like full inclusive experience.
Yeah, it was exciting. My cousin texted me and said, "Hey, can you do a meditation tonight? And heck yeah, heck yeah, I'm so glad he asked me.
Yeah. That's really strange also because you had said to me earlier in the day, do you mind if I maybe pass someone to you that I think you could maybe like show them a little bit of themselves, and there's someone who's came to get you.
Yeah, isn't that something?
That's the beautiful, the spiritual synchronicity that we create. You spoke that into existence.
Here's my beautiful art creator.
Hey man,
Hello,
Another
my
beautiful
beautiful
art
friends.
creator. What's up, buddy? Did you see your art that I stole for my thumbnail?
No, you didn't. You didn't steal it. You asked me if you could do that. Remember?
Yeah, I did. I know. It's just me trying to be mischievous, pretending,
Well, my
me
art
pretending.
for anybody listening is free to the meme world and the culture of spreading the truth.
brother, now that you're here, I would like to ask if there's maybe a possibility in your schedule. I have 4 tracks of a 12-track album that I started over 10 years ago. The story's still there. I still know all the tracks that need to be completed. Everything's all written. The music's in my mind, but I had only produced, with a help of my friend through his studio, 4 tracks. The thing is, the videos that I had attached to all the music, they're really old. There were things that I'd like stolen from YouTube. But what I would love is to be able to send you my audio tracks, probably with the video still attached, and for you to just rip the audio and create what you feel from what you hear, with no direction from me whatsoever. So you listening to these tracks, create what you feel. Yeah, it's called the Planet Fargone Project.
Okay.
It's about an individual through a musical sort of like sort of Pink Floydish. It's going to be about an hour and a half long, and it's about an individual who discovers a different source and starts seeing everything completely different to everyone else, and is going through this mental, psychological, spiritual sort of like exercise of choice. Does he conform? Does he stick with his family? Does he stick with his job? Does he stick with the beliefs inherent to everyone? Or does he break out of this circle and start searching anew to the
journey.
unknown? The journey, it really is the journey sort of thing, to the unknown sort of vibe. Yeah, man, I'll gather them up and post them to you at some point. That would be a fantastic, man.
I already like it already because that resonates with the journey that we are on, my friend.
Well, it's a vibrational thing. When you see the videos, you'll see I see where you were going with this. Yeah, I'll send them to you, and we'll see what happens.
Is anybody
Beautiful,
out there?
man.
Hold on.
Is anybody out there? Glad we had this time. Glad we had this time. Yeah, dude, when I seen those meditating bodies in your work, I was like, oh, yes.
Weird.
I know you're talking to me with those
All right,
pieces
I got
of
you.
art.
I got you back. My headphones keep well, not keep. It's like every once in a blue moon they'll unconnect, and then in 10 seconds they'll like reconnect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get that, brother.
But yeah, definitely. You guys know me. I'm all about that energy, that vibration, everything. Sound of creation, quantum entanglement, affirmations. I pulled up some great stuff. I did a 3.5 hour slideshow today that ended up taking 5.5 hours to play.
Yeah, I saw some of it. It was freaking amazing.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, there was some serious vibrations, I tell you.
Yeah, it was.
Man, whew.
I didn't have to go with the crazy music. It was just something that was good vibes, just something flowing, smooth.
Yeah, when I was listening, I was, commuting back home after work, and yeah, the music, it was music that I just wanted to flow and bring words up and kind of have like a very conscious uh, and unconscious flowing of word symbology.
Yeah. I was actually singing the words that were being expressed in my mind simultaneously while the music was flowing, and it was some pretty good stuff. It was a good vibration. It led me into a powerful message while I was kind of singing it.
Yeah, I knew you were. I knew you had to be. I was like, oh, how could you resist?
Yep, just dancing.
Brother, I've dropped one of the tracks into your studio. Yeah, I think it may be a nice little track. I know you'll be shutting down soon. It's a nice
Yeah,
little track to.
Let me grab it.
Let's
Here
see.
we go. I see a private chat. Okay, let me share my screen and let's check it out. Oh, I like.
Quantum meets Buddha. Yes, this is a good one. Yes.
This is something that I re-uploaded to the new channel that I had started on YouTube after the first one had been taken down by YouTube. It was an original video. This is about 5 or 6 years old, this video.
Okay.
As I said, this project's been 10 years.
These very words right at the title on the front of it are things that already
Yeah, exactly.
very well. Yes, I still do. I listen to a lot of Alan Watts, and he talks
Me
about
also.
many religions of the world, but then outside of the box.
Yes.
Here we go. Let me give this a play.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute.
Me also.
Does anybody know how we really feel? Does anyone even think that they could come close to knowing the deal? We still safely inside. This is real. To communicate, to contemplate. You better keep it all inside. Just let it go and enjoy the ride. This isn't about taking sides. This is about you being brought tight. the pain inside that is real. Communicate and to contemplate how it makes me feel. Never keep it all inside. Let it go and enjoy your ride. This isn't about taking sides. This is about you. I hope deep inside. Never keep it all inside. Let it go and enjoy your ride. This isn't about taking sides. This is about you. I hope deep inside. Does anybody know how we really feel? Does anyone even think that they could know the deal? We cruise for a second the pain inside. That is real. To communicate and to contemplate. Our next meal.
Yeah, that was badass.
That's good. So right now I'm trying to figure out where I can get it to strip the audio. I might have to pull it up.
I'll send them all to a package to you in Discord, mate. We'll do something with them.
Okay. I'm really excited.
I could snag the audio. I could just pull the audio from that.
Yeah, we'll be able to work it out, but it's the message behind these sort of like videos that are produced and what's trying to be said, and it's really that we don't really know how we really feel. There's no that we don't get how we really feel because there's this sort of technology and this sort of depth of interference has been happening around us that when we become aware of these, a lot of the stuff that you do, Art Fan, is amazing. All the patent numbers and stuff like that, but it's a massive shake to the psyche.
Oh yeah,
it's a massive shake to the psyche to understand. I'm going to use that word that you guys liked me saying, that this Machiavellian sort of like spiritual sort of like intent that's been going on for thousands of years. You know, it's like we're not departed from any of it. It's still going on today. You know.
Well, even just since the 1940s, I watched some videos the other day that I've known about for, almost 20 years. But videos of free energy technology that's been hidden, that is now used by federal governments and governments all over the world, not to liberate the people, but to keep us, in slavery. Why they literally will use free energy technology and craft to traffic children, on top of their deep state underground.
I so get it. I do it myself all the time. There's no such thing as free. It's a word that's been created. Even free energy, that's something to sort of like keep us on the peripheral of still searching for something. It's just available, mate. It's just available energy. Every time that sun comes over the horizon and comes back down again, and the wind that blows and the tides that come, it's just available. It ain't free.
Well, it's just there's contraptions built on different laws of mathematics that are not they're more universal. The John Searle.
I know. It's just sorry. I think my point was that they have given us like this. They have given us tools to use that will be no purpose in the revolution. It's like certain words they have given us. It's like free. Really, what's free? Nothing's free. It's a great word. We all use it. Freedom. We strive to be free. There's nothing. You'll never be free in your life. There's no such thing as freedom. There's only karma and action.
Well, so relating to this, free to me would be breaking the construct of the matrix and using my creative ability in my higher frequencies and vibrations to dive into these same things used against us, to use them against them.
Yeah. Well, just what you've said, you're already free.
Because I choose to live outside of that construct of the mind.
So you've freed yourself to where?
Well, it's kind of, you still have to dance in and out. I mean, I still got to eat.
But that's what I'm saying. It's one of the most beautiful ambiguous words that we all use. I mean, come on, I'm Scottish. Freedom.
Right.
Freedom. But really,
freedom. Freedom isn't freedom until all of the truth is out.
Yeah, but there's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Right.
There is no such thing. Freedom is freedom.
Freedom of reach. Freedom of speech, not freedom of reach, guys.
What about freedom of your pillow? It's getting to that time.
It's the illusion of freedom, is what it is. That has people.
Maybe you guys should magic yourself to your sleeping positions.
No, but I think freedom is, since we're looking at it as a concept, it then becomes a choice. If we're thinking about it as a concept, then it becomes a choice. But I think what you're saying, Mr. Blunt Scotsman, is that it's not a concept.
No.
Though my body may be in so it's like, though my body may be in shackles, my mind will remain free as long as I allow it to be.
Well, just imagine, because we are great, we have got imagination. Just imagine there's no such thing as freedom.
Right.
Freedom doesn't exist. There's nothing that is free. What does that mean? It actually means you're going to have to take a bit of self-responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. Freedom's another thing that we all have this wishful, mystical thing about freedom. What freedom means? Oh, I felt free today. There's no such. You're always connected to something.
Be accountable. Accountability.
Yeah, but it's a true sense of physical, spiritual, and psychological accountability when you understand nothing's free. We are all action, inaction, reaction, movement, energy, connection. Even space isn't space.
Well, you're absolutely right, because down on every single molecular level in the quantum field, it's quantum entanglement. So we have the ability.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking physics and spiritual.
Single molecule in space and time, we have the ability within inside of us and the power inside of us to quantum vibrate that into different positions for ourselves.
Well, one of the things that I heard that I thought was very insightful, it was, I think we talked about this before, Russ, Robert Gilbert, and he does quite a lot on Gaia, and it was funny because it's just like all this other synchronicity that you've been seeing, and I've been chatting with you about, the Blunt Scotsman, and it was right when I was looking for an answer, and what he was saying is there are energy movements, there are different items that give off different energy waves, like we were talking about stones and
everything is energy flowing in motion, and when you choose to see through the construct and the illusion, you see everything. And I mean, stones, trees, everything. Dude, we have the ability to slow down time. I don't know if you realize that, but when you vibrate high enough, you can literally slow down time around you, like quantum, like slow down the gears, the cogs, and have the ability to flow synchronously with the universe in a flowing movement of energy that is absolutely amazing. I've done it a couple of times, and I've been chasing that one ever since.
Yeah, there's a chapter on that called anti-aging.
Yeah, yes, there is. Yeah, that's damn it, what is that? It was like quantum torsion fields and bioresonance, along with like healing on quantum levels.
Longevity towards the inner organs and yes. And it's all trace mineral inspired.
Well, it's even deeper than that. It gets so think about, like you said, thousands of years old of suppression of things. We're actually originally a 48 strand DNA helix suppressed down to 2 strands.
Yes, we were.
And when this guy was talking about the patterns, like what you're talking about, Russ, and you see them everywhere around you. Only when you see and understand the patterns do you have the ability to make choices of free will. But without an understanding of the patterns, without an understanding
is a
of the
booby prize.
vibrations.
So it's for me. I will see the vibration.
You would maybe say free will. I would say natural orientation.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
The natural divine order of the flowing of energy. You're just in it. You're riding that cosmic wave. So it's like, instead of being in reaction or anything, you can literally pull knowledge right out of the Akashic record of which the same resonation level you were vibrating at.
Yes.
So that's pulling information out of the floating ether.
Sometimes as well, I think it's just there's just sometimes lack of spiritual and physical backbone when people will not accept that everything comes at a cost, and they still think that some things can be free. Even your connection to nature is not free.
Because it's so dumbed down. It's so
suppressed. So when you understand, something, nothing's free. It comes at a cost. Let's get busy.
Mm-hmm.
You can still experience beautiful moments.
Without the bad, we can't experience the good in its wholeness, because we wouldn't know the difference. It would be singularity. We wouldn't have the cause, the effect. We wouldn't have the bad, the good.
I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with just all love and no bad.
Yeah, it's balance, but it's how you choose to vibrate amongst that balance.
But you see the thing. The thing about these crazy new age hippies is that, like for myself, I've got peace and love etched into my big walking stick. It says on my big walking stick, peace and love. And now it's probably got to the point that if no one wants to accept peace and love, I'll use the stick if I have to.
Yeah, like a shusher.
Maybe like a shusher, like a shoot. Do you know what?
Love you.
Do you know what? That's what I'm going to etch into the stick. Shusher. I'll tell you a little story. I have used it once in meaningful purpose, and it was a very, very ignorant and arrogant man at the airport who cut off a woman and children who I think were waiting for their husband. And yeah, I sometimes can't walk very well, and it's very obvious I use a stick. But that little click on his ankle, and when he looked at me in rage and realized I was like, oh, sorry, and stumbled with my stick, yeah, it was a shusher.
He got real lucky that day. I saw the movie Highlander.
I think any time it's came to those sort of points in my life, it's me that's ended up being the lucky one.
And like one sweep
the shusher.
Love shusher.
The love shusher. Peace and love or else.
Whack.
Yeah, do you guys
swoosh
feel like this is a circular motion? That the integration is circular or linear?
Spiral and linear.
Well, it's what?
Growing out.
I'm not, as I used to say to all my flat Earth friends, I'm not a shapist.
Right.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the shape. But just what you were saying. But just what you're saying there, I think it is a very graphical 3D sort of like infinity band, but shaped as like a number 8. If you looked at it at a certain angle, it would be a circle. If you kept moving around this circle, it would start to change, and as if the circle was like going into S shapes on the side. And then once you get to another shape, you would actually see this infinity band of a figure of 8, where we are all constantly in motion, on this band. Sometimes we'll meet each other like we have met each other now. We've met ourselves on that infinity band. And at some point we may separate from each other, but we'll continue on that flow connected to it all and everything.
That would
Which
be
is the worst parts of us and the best parts of us is on that.
So the building blocks of life are built in the 369's principles of the spiral of creation, like the fingerprint of the divine within every single thing on a cellular, molecular, everything.
That's what we know today.
Oh, there's so much more even just of what's hidden. I mean, it's like what I know. I know that the deep state, like we'll go even as far as like saying like the black site stuff. You know, what's available that we know to the general public is 300 years or so behind on times of the advanced technology that the deep state operates on. That's hidden. That's been hidden for a very long time. And it's literally.
But I really do think it. But I do think it's a beautiful word also, because I do think at some point the search for it all and certain things, this needing to know, eventually dissipates, and there's really eventually you come to maybe a point. I've experienced this where I don't need to know.
Right.
Need to know any longer. And do you know something, brother? That's why I think. Sorry, just to finish. That's why I think I sort of like to see this a lot of time in words, but the word knowledge, right? The word knowledge. And then you split that up. It's knowledge.
Yep.
The beyond knowledge, there is something. And to say, oh, well, knowledge is everything. Without knowledge, there can't be communication and all these different points of view. But there's something beyond knowledge, and it's not needing to know.
The infinite unknown is what knowledge is, and you always seek after it. Even in spirituality, you always seek further to.
But knowing.
Hey, gentlemen.
There's a difference between knowing and there's a difference between knowing. If you've got three psychological doors or spiritual doors, there's a difference between knowing, and not needing to know.
Right.
All right. So it's like if you're in pursuit.
I've reached a point of not needing to know anymore. I know what I know, but now it's time to just ring in my resilience and my vibration, because there's no more need to know. And
because I can say to you with full positivity, you've had ascension.
Yeah.
If you haven't maybe realized that at any point, that's what's actually happened to you, and you've questioned this many times, and you're like, I'm just
really
person
quickly,
like everybody else with debt.
Gentlemen, there is during our show today, somebody named Rogue Monk followed the show, and if Rogue Monk, if you're out there, if you want to join, there is a link in the chat. Feel free to join. Come talk to us if you'd like. Just an invitation, no pressure, but it's an open invitation.
As I say on my live stream, absolutely everybody's welcome until they're not.
Right. You're welcome till you wore it out.
I would love to wear out welcomes.
Oh man, I was such a trooper with Cool Frog on the show last night, but I was falling asleep.
Oh yeah,
man.
Oh, I pushed myself hard. To finish that.
Yeah, but I don't think you guys at the end gave enough credit to the listeners. Because at points, and this is totally honest, at points I was laughing. I was almost sort of like crying with the amount of laughter, and I was like, why am I listening to this? Then I was like, no, I know why I'm listening to this. And then I was like, I want to join the chat to be one of the speakers. I was like, could you? And then at some point, you guys were having so much fun with it also. It's like, I loved what you were. It was a long slog. It was late at night, and then someone at some point had to be someone else in the questioning of Slidey Joe, and you used a little bit of a southern accent. I was like, oh yeah, and I put into the chat, more southern accent, please. It was just sounded good with that extra southern. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to be Joe.
I would have been more into it, but it was like the conversation was just so mundane. I mean, like we get it, we know what's going on. He was reading what was going on with the whole Joe Biden stuff, but to me, it was just like
It was
I
empty.
have
It
no,
was
I have
empty.
ADHD, man. I didn't do schoolwork very well, yet alone homework, and that was like.
But that's why I said to you, Art Fan, could you throw that through your engine and have Joe Biden's voice, that automated voice?
So I've actually made a video, dude. I made a good one, but I have to pay more coins to my generator to make more voices. I made a good one, dude. It was like, "Hi, my name's Joe Biden, and I smuggle kids under the White House and let my son smoke crack.
Oh shit!
Giant Hollywood pizza party and we rape kids in the White. Do all kind of shit, dude." And then went into a music or a edited video after it. I was surprised I didn't have like FBI knocking at my door after I made that. Honestly.
Well, they don't need to knock your door.
No, I would have been like, "Hi, so are you taking?"
No,
me?
it's not. It's like these
or-
sort of people, these sort of like free agency peoples and stuff like that, and the way that they're allowing us to, like, nothing's free. I know that Rumble is promoted as the land of free speech and stuff like that, but this is just another gathering tool for the corporation.
Yes,
yeah.
yes
That's
and
why
no, but you gotta understand.
I'm doing them a favor.
So yes and no.
Everybody is, man.
You got to look at the information that's available right now in this day and age, and never before has it been openly as available as it is right now. Controlled coming out the way that it is, orchestrated the way that it is, seems none other than than a ongoing, long orchestrated military operation. That took place under certain executive orders that's been going on, that we've got over 4,000 thingamajiggies on, that all of it makes sense, that certain people might be wearing masks and playing parts for the rest of the things to happen a certain way, like like the greatest story ever told operation kind of thing still going on, even though the more people that think it's fake, the more well it works.
Yep.
So to me,
you know what?
Throw back, eat the popcorn, dude. We're having a great time.
I remember what Adam said about that when you were talking to him.
Well, dude, you'd be surprised how many people, like, I've been thrown under the bus and called crazy my whole life, dude. But I know what I know because I'd questioned everything. I thought everything was a lie, and turns out I was right. Except there is some truth, and the truth is very hard to find. It's taken me 20 years, and do I know it all? No. But I know a lot.
Yeah, I wonder that when YouTube removed videos for people speaking certain truths, and now these certain, or even just their opinions, but even those opinions that were being sort of like taken away have now been proven to be true. I wonder if you could actually take YouTube to court for defamation, some sort of defamation.
Oh, YouTube and Facebook, because I've had, like, collectively between YouTube and Facebook, I've had over 7,000 videos that they deleted that had all that information on it. Like over.
Who was it? Was it you guys? Was it you guys that I told you what happened when I get banned from Facebook? Was it you, my friend? AWR.
Oh, I don't think so. We talked about any Facebook.
I get banned. I get banned from Facebook, like taken off of Facebook altogether for showing a photograph of the 639065, which is the patent number for the original classification of the 1981 A/1 classification of medicinal marijuana. They knew how healing that plant was then. So I get a notification from Facebook saying, "Hey, you've been taken from Facebook because you've been talking about marijuana, and you used this photograph." I was shocked. But wait to hear this. Hold on, wait to hear this. But they said, yeah, you've been taken off of Facebook because of this, and also because I posted a cartoon. Now, I hadn't posted this cartoon, but Facebook were saying you'd also been taken off for posting this cartoon. This cartoon was at a funeral. There was a funeral parlor, and there was hundreds of seats, and there's only 2 people sitting at the funeral. And up at the back of the funeral hall, the people who bring the coffin in and out, they're having a little chat with each other. And one of them is saying, "I thought he had thousands of friends on Facebook." and what Facebook were saying to me, if you want to keep your connection and your love vibrations and that sort of thing, go ahead, but don't be political. Don't get in people's face with things, or you won't have Facebook. This is your point. And I went, wow, the little psychological crossover there. I was like, you guys are great. This is really pointing.
You got to be good little automatrons.
Dude, it's like
2006. That was 2006, 2016.
Yeah, dude, just so many good videos I've had that are disappeared, not available, deleted by the same systems that censor.
Yeah, no notification, nothing. Just like you noticed that your video amount count is down.
Same case in point. Alex Jones got pulled off everything. I used to follow him every single day, and beyond what he knew, and way beyond. Because I was like, well, if this is it, imagine how much more shit's going on. So it was like we got like a 20-year little fucking mini Alex Jones running around inside my head with like 5 other dudes that fucking like just running around like squirrels having a fucking party, dude. They're like, ooh, spit it all out, but how do you do it? Because you have ADHD and frick.
It's one of the most. I've heard of some very cool, some very interesting things being censored. One of them was the definition of propaganda.
The legalized propaganda.
Yeah. A notable person, I guess, on these things, like somebody who has a far reach, they posted the definition of propaganda, and it was censored. Another thing that was, what was blocked from
the dictionary, but
what
it's
was
also
blocked
the
from
dictionary. Which dictionary are you putting it into? So you got you got common law, and then you got like Black's law. And those are two things that are very different in the law world in wordage and verbiage.
Yeah,
and that's how they get you at courts to fucking take your words of innocence and sway them into guilt with their manipulation of words through their system so that they win when you're innocent even. And that's
there was a hashtag that was blocked on Instagram. Anybody know what that one was?
No, I get blocked on lots of stuff.
So there's a hashtag that was blocked. So that was blocked from everybody.
What was
and
it?
That was hashtag natural immunities.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Homeopathic medicine has been the number one single suppressed thing ever. Why? Because if that was to be out, then it tears down the pharmaceutical fucking industry completely. Holistic medicine and healing shit was where it was at before we got duped with every. Have you guys ever heard the John D. Rockefeller Masonic Tree?
I don't think so.
Really, yeah. Pull it up on YouTube and pull it up. We'll poison it with the air, the water.
That foundation still sends me emails every morning.
Oh yeah, dude. They'll get you with everything, and that's been their plan forever, dude. We ain't shit to them, dude. They'll throw us all. They'll throw 100 million of us. They'll throw 1 billion of us in a meat grinder and not fucking lose no sleep, dude. They'll be dancing and partying.
Well, that's already sort of happening. Each single one of us are.
Both sides of the war is being funded by the same fucking orchestrated people that steal our taxes and fucking dupe us and hide the technologies from us and hide all of the healing shit, all of the holistic
but I think. Yeah. I agree with everything you're sort of saying, but I think we were speaking about it the other morning also that it is recognised that at a certain point where these levels of control and power are gathered together and have such force, it becomes a psychological element. There's a massive continual psychological layer. And it's like once you sort of realise that's there's a lot of discernment that's needed. And as you say, you can lose friends, you can lose your family, you can lose your job, you can lose a lot of things. You can lose a lot of things in that pursuit of trying to understand the experience of you going through in these discernment points. But that's the breakthrough. That's the breakthrough to real core self and understanding your true purpose, why you're actually even here.
Oh yeah, do you want to figure out who's in your corner? Go on your own path of ascension for sure, because that's like the most challenging thing you ever done in your whole damn life for anybody listening. You want to raise your vibrations, get right with, take all inward look at yourself, handle all those, and get right with.
Well, it's that initial understanding you're in the box, then wanting to think outside the box. But once you understand the thinking outside the box actually creates your own shape, It's a
You're
pursuit.
in morphable shape at any space and any time at any moment. That's kind of like being a Markaba in your own quantum field. You're creating it around you.
What
You're
shape am
shifting.
I today? Let me think.
No, it's not even what shape.
I want to be a
Don't give it
flattened box.
singularity. Don't even give it rudimentary singularity with a shape, bro. You like, I'm the air. I'm the entire ether outside of the box. In which side of it do I want to explore today?
Yeah, I'm just like a.
Do you know something? You have really set me up beautiful. I've got my family very kindly put money together to get me an electric bike. I was having problems with the bottom of my back pedaling on my normal bike, but this electric bike is great. I just need to keep the wheels turning sort of vibe, and it'll take me there. But I've got a 50-kilometer round journey every time I need to go and get my medication, but it's today. And it is such, you can still see it outside. It's going to be like this all day, and I will be with her brother. I just put my headphones in, and I'm onward vibration all the way to Nijmegen, and everybody I look at, everybody I pass, I'm just radiating this constant healing, peace, love. You got it, balance. It's like
So now you're not a
all-
shape. Now you're a being that is literally like a stone skipping through the water when you skip.
Well,
a
brother,
stone.
it's like
Not
I
only
have
that,
this
but
constant
one ripple-
synesthesia where I see lots of colours anyway with the medication that I take, and it's like I can fully imagine these big sparkles and stars and things that are trailing off me, and then once I've cycled, because nobody passes me in this bike now, I pass everybody, but as I pass people, I can imagine this fairy dust like enveloping people, and it's like their day is going to be made better of this energy that's just flew past them, you know.
Because your wave of that ripple in the water
Love that.
reached out and touched everything in its path and changed its energy with your quantum entanglement. So my vibe,
Vibrational radiation.
now you're talking torsion fields, vibrational radiation, quantum entanglement. So if my ripple touches somebody else with my positive vibe, they're going to feel it, they're going to absorb it, they're going to amplify it, they're going to send it out and multiply it and multiply it, multiply it, multiply it. And pretty soon, one person could have affected 1,000, 200,000 people, 1,000,000 people with potentially vibrating.
Yeah, man.
That's a God's armor you're always talking about, my friend.
Absolutely, and
That's
that's
the real armor.
that's not singularity through somebody, but that's also like that's the higher power, whatever anybody would like to call it, through themselves, but it resonates inside of each and every one of us. That's how powerful we are. We just have to be in tune with it. That's like aligning your chakras, aligning your kundalini, handling all your shit at the core. Like if you're working on issues with yourself, you do it. There's no better time than now, especially the way the world's going. Because we're the light that gets to bring the light to the future. We're doing
Yep.
now what we can to save tomorrow.
Vengeance has become my armor with my sword of tempered souls.
Ooh,
Yes.
Ooh.
That's deep and powerful right there, dude.
damn.
It's like
Vengeance has become my armor with my sword of tempered souls.
You know, it's a very cool thing that I heard once. There was a story about there was a village of monks, and there was an approaching army, and all the monks fled but one, and the monk stayed in its dwelling, his dwelling, and the warriors came, and they were surprised to find the monk there, and so they brought the general in. The general says to the monk, "Hey, what are you doing here? You know that I could chop your head off and not even blink an eye?" And the monk says back, "Do you know that I could let you chop my head off without
Right.
even batting an eye.
Right. Do you know the story behind this? Because I've been in these situations, dude. Dude, I've been
I
facing
love
like
that, man.
I've been facing a 10-foot tall dude ready to get a beat down, like the dude ready to roll me in a pretzel, but for no rhyme or reason. So I'm like, well, look, my friend, you could roll me into a pretzel. Would it make you feel better at the end of the day? Because it would be a mere reflection of things that you were handling within yourself, reflecting to me as anger. I says, now I could be bloody, beaten into a pretzel on the floor, but what does that handle? Do we both still have these traumas at the end of the day and these problems? Why, yes. You know, when you come at
Yeah.
them logically like that with love and just absolute honesty, like a monk would, really shuts things down at its core. It can change somebody's complete. I've had people, I've shifted people's energy where they're like, "What did you just do to me?"
Yeah. Hey, I know the feeling. I definitely know the feeling. Man, the Blunt Scotsman came in after I was doing some meditating with my cousin, and there was some gentle music playing, and our friend here just started um, releasing these words of power, and man, I felt myself like vibrating extremely high, and I felt like I was explaining it earlier, but I'll explain it in a different way. Like, I feel like most of the time it's like a surface vibration. And then here it came as a full vibration of every ember, every cell, and beyond.
That's called the
Man,
quantum. That's the quantum field. So when you experience the quantum field, it's kind of overtaking. Some people get really weirded out by that, dude.
oh
So you
yeah, I could see, and I know I could see
throw a
why. I
quantum
mean,
field love and light that's unconditional, pure love in itself, like with absolutely no reserve, and somebody gets smacked down with like feel my ripple, and they're like, whoosh, what the frick? And a lot of people will turn around and run away because they're comfortable. People are comfortable. They don't like change. A lot of people don't like change. I mean, I've never been comfortable my entire life, so I was always trying to figure out a way to become more comfortable, but always adapting and always changing.
yeah, it's quite amazing. It was, and I got it squeezed a few tears out of me. And
I meditated today.
you did what?
I meditated today.
Did you?
Yeah, that music I had playing when I put that slideshow on, dude. I laid back in the chair and I put my hand monitors up and I took off my shoes. And, oh man, I was just vibing with it.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It is a nice thing. I was gonna, if you ever want to, I have this technique that is pretty powerful, where I would, I'll just show you.
I got a technique that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It's been a while, but
But this.
I would put on some great solfeggio frequency healing music.
Oh yeah, the hemi-sync stuff is freaking insane. And this is. So again, I'm not gonna. But we could try it sometime if you'd like. I'm probably gonna wrap it up here in a second, but what you do is, so you
know everything I would love to.
So when you hear the bell, you breathe in.
Uh-huh.
So you hear the bell. Take a breath in. The next one, breathe out. And don't breathe in till the next bell. And breathe in. On the next bell, breathe out. Don't breathe in until the following bell.
So are these alpha waves or zeta waves?
It's just the E.
Well, so there's different waves of frequency during vibrational meditation too. Alpha waves will be released, zeta waves will be released. For instance,
So, do you understand what I'm saying about skipping a bell for the? So when I breathe out,
it's a ohm. It's literally.
no. Listen, when I breathe out, I'm not breathing in, not breathing in, not breathing in, not breathing in, not breathing in. I'm not gonna breathe in until this next one. Not breathing in, breathe in. If you do that, if you could do that 5 times in a row, if you could do that 5 times in a row, you will be in a quantum field with me.
Well, yes, that's
man.
you're releasing natural endorphins through meditational frequency vibration.
But I'm giving I'm trying to provide a very, very followable technique.
Right.
Very, very followable, and it will happen very fast.
Yes.
It will happen very fast.
So I'd like to close my eyes too, and just try not 100% zero thought, free my mind, and then I like to see where my mind takes me from. Today, when I was meditating, it was almost like I was very translucent, very, very hard, but it was all black, and then very and it was like I was swimming.
Well, my friends, I'm going to have to hit the sack. Dude, Russ, I'm freaking so glad that you jumped in here. I kept checking to see if you were gonna jump in to see if if you were waiting in the little StreamYard jail.
No, I was making memes at the computer, and I fell asleep at the desk. And I woke up to start putting it all away. I had even just put my phone or my PC in sleep mode, and then I went to almost just lay down, and I pulled up my Rumble. I seen you on, and I was like, "Oh, and the Scotsman's on. Well, this is worth waking back up."
Hell yeah. Well, you guys are freaking wonderful. That conversation got very interesting. Actually, look forward to playing some of that back and maybe doing a little bedtime meditation with that.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Catch you guys on the flip side and get some good rest.
Absolutely, and I want to thank all the anybody who chimed in, the listeners. You guys are the real warriors. All right, I was trying to play off the Blunt Scotsman joke from last night. You guys are warriors of patience.
Yeah.
You don't believe in boredom, do you? You're beyond boredom.
Anybody that does sit back and listen to any of the conversations that are being had, you're making deeper connections than you truly realize. For whatever reason, whatever vibration, whatever anybody is saying that you can either understand or relate to, and there's a reason why we're all behind with everything, is this relationship that we're all trying to build. And relationship is relating that you're on board with a vibration like you are a vessel. And all that we ever are trying to do, I think, is like skipping that cyber pebble out into the fiber optic ocean. And those pebbles contain love, community, unity, and trying to understand each other. So anybody that does sit into this chat, maybe doesn't want to maybe join in, man, we feel you.
We're the light
Absolutely.
workers. We're the light workers today of tomorrow.
Absolutely. It is very special
Humbling.
to have you here. It's very humbling to have you here. It's very special, and it is felt, indeed.
Have a great rest, guys.
Yes,
And
yes.
you
Have
guys-
a beautiful day. Enjoy that sky that is you.
I get to move into a new apartment potentially tomorrow. So
Oh
I'm
man, God
excited.
bless. God
Yeah,
bless.
man. New foundations, brother.
God bless.
Yes, it's like a blank canvas.
Cozy bed.
again.
Nice
Oh,
big
yes.
bed. Oh man.
Yes, we miss our bed so much. It's
Oh,
in
my.
storage, ready, just calling our name. All right, brother. You have a good night, and I'm gonna bail out of here.
Yeah, so if you go into the dream world, come grab me. We'll hang out.
I dream during the day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, even if you're unconscious in that dream area, I'll find you.
All right, brother.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks a
Later.
bunch.
Peace out.
All right, peace out.
Yeah.
Love ya.
Love ya.